to Drinks with Dee Dee. Today, I have a special guest, Dionne Marnee. Welcome, Dionne. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Also known as Dee Dee. That was my childhood nickname. Hey.
Was it?
It was.
I don't know. I got plenty of nicknames now, but that's my favorite one. So people who can't pronounce my real name like to use Dee Dee. So it
You're
works.
right. Easy.
They shouldn't have a problem announcing Dionne, though. So that shouldn't be an issue.
You would be surprised. You would be surprised.
Can you introduce yourself to the people who may not know who you are?
Sure. My name is Dionne Marnee. I hail from Kansas City, Missouri, but I've been living in New York for, I lost count. It's over a decade. I hit my 10-year mark. I think this is like year 11 or 12. Love it to death. Made the move looking for, a fast life, big city, just more energy. It was in Miami and DC before that.
Oh, cool.
And I'm currently working as a brand manager. I've been in marketing for years and years and years. I love to dance. I actually spent 5 years in the NFL as a cheerleader for the Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Yeah. So that has been, that's been my outlet, my creative outlet. So, and it came in handy during COVID, because let me tell you about living in a small condo in New York City that was the epicenter of the COVID-19 outbreak.
Oh my goodness.
It was insane. So it was really dope to see like all the Zoom dance classes and all of that, since we couldn't get out to the studios. But yeah, it's a little bit about me.
So were you able to lead any of those Zoom classes, or were you just there to enjoy them?
I was just there to enjoy. I wanted as little responsibility as possible during this time. I was just there. There was about a 3-week period where I was like, okay, you haven't done anything active. You know what I mean? And that's one thing about living in New York. Even if you're not hitting the gym or going to an exercise class, like you going up and down subway stairs and walking, all over the city. So it's just natural, getting your blood pumping. So
absolutely.
That's the first thing I looked for when I realized I needed to get my heart rate up every now and then.
What's your favorite thing about living in New York? Because you were born in Kansas City, is that right?
Yeah, I was born in Kansas City. I left in 2005. So I think I have not quite. I was getting ready to say I've been gone longer than I have, but I haven't quite crossed that threshold. Not quite.
But what's your favorite thing about living in New York?
Just endless options of things to do. Like I'm always at an event, a fundraiser, a day party, exploring new restaurants. Like there's always something. Like I have a very active social life where I feel like everything has to have a disclaimer pre-coronavirus. But that's what I love. I love the options. Like I feel like I can have 3 or 4 different experiences in New York City all in one day.
I love it.
Yeah.
So how has the pandemic slowed that down for you?
It came to a halt.
A whole halt.
And let me say, I probably left the house 2 times, like the first 3 months. Because, in New York City, you can get everything delivered at any time of night almost. So I was having groceries delivered. One of 2 times that I decided I needed to go to the grocery store myself, I actually caught COVID.
No way.
And it was very, very early on. It was like the end of March, early April. And thank God, symptoms were mild. I lost my smell and taste and like had a headache, but everything came to a halt. So I was, just in my house, reading more, as I mentioned, taking Zoom, happy hours and dance classes, catching up on series, because I usually don't watch a lot of TV.
Yes.
But it gave you, I just feel like that was a refreshing benefit from COVID, right? Like just being able to stop, recharge, reevaluate, and shift some things around. But I kind of got over that. So I left New York June 2nd, and I actually just got back to New York.
Are you serious?
A week and a half ago. Yeah, I felt like okay, because I'm an extrovert. So I actually welcomed the stillness and the downtime. And then I was like, the walls are closing in. I have to get out of here.
Right.
I need to go. So my mom lives right outside of DC in Maryland. So took a COVID test first. Had to make sure I didn't get anybody sick. We were coming from craziness.
Right.
But yeah, I want to spend some time at some fresh air, you know. It was nice.
So let me ask you this, because I'm just curious. When you went to the store and you feel like just when you caught COVID, did you have a mask on?
I didn't, but that was during the time. Remember, this was like late March, early April. They
Okay.
were still figuring out. I feel like
Uh,
at that time they were still saying, "Oh, we don't need masks" and all of
they
that.
sure
And
were. Right.
I remember though they had just started only allowing, you know, a certain number of people in the store at a time. They were focusing more on social distancing, and I think they
Right.
were getting ready to announce that you should wear masks. But I remember standing outside waiting to be one of the people to let in, and remember feeling uncomfortable. And it was at that point I was like, I don't care what they say, I'm gonna wear a mask, because I'm like holding my breath if people get too
Yeah.
close, and I'm like, you know, feeling away if they in my personal space.
It was so hard.
So
I mean, I got over it, don't get me wrong, but wearing a mask,
yeah,
and it was like the hardest thing ever. I wear glasses, so I was dying.
if
Glasses,
and it fogged up,
it
right?
was
So I
so
found a
bad.
trick for that. You have to put your glasses over your mask. That way, I don't know, that helps.
Well, I'm gonna try. I'm willing to try that because I get tired of my glasses being fogged up in the grocery store. It's not a good look at all.
Fogging up.
Okay, so tell me about anything you
Yeah.
have coming up, any new projects you're working on. What can we see from you in the future?
Sure. So I actually have two things that have been wonderful fruits of labor that
Come
came to
fruit,
fruition as a result of all the downtime. Yes, okay, don't we love
come
fruit?
fruit.
You know, came to fruition in the time of COVID. So the first being, you know, we with increased Zoom conference calls and group chats popping, um, three other friends of mine, we decided to kind of bring our group chat to life and started a podcast.
It was juicy like
So
that.
it was juicy. And you know, it was just something to try. I always say like it's better to try and just see where it goes, right? Instead of just having the idea and not moving the ball forward. So I would say the process has been a lot of fun. I've been learning so much just about recording and editing and you know, well, I know this from work, but just having, you know, four different personalities and cooks in the kitchen and
Whew.
aligning on decisions. But it's called Crucial Conversations. So me and three of my girls, we are the crew. And we're just talking about, of course, what's hot and trending. I call it that perfect mix between rowdy and refined, just because there's
Yeah.
so many different personalities. And, you know, we're talking about serious topics, but we also cutting up all the way through. But wanted to make sure we're hitting on, you know, the things that are trending in pop culture, entertainment, news,
Sure.
but also focusing on issues that mainstream media often ignores and that our community needs to be aware about. We're highlighting, you know, Black-owned businesses, small businesses, women, minority-owned businesses, trying to shine light on up-and-coming artists, just giving another forum and platform and a space for awareness for our community. So planning on dropping episodes every Thursday. So look for us on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts. And we hope, you know, folks will join us.
That's amazing.
And yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's really been a dope journey. Like, however, you know, it turns out again, as I said, just the fact that we came together and tried it and, you know, we'll see what happens.
So which one are you in the bunch? Are you the rambunctious one? Are you the
Yes.
refined one? Both of them?
Yes. I'm both of them, but I'm definitely on the, you know, the rambunctious side. They actually call me the devil's advocate just for the sake of playing devil's advocate. It's like, but what about? But do you think?
You got to be okay
Yeah,
with it.
I'm definitely bringing some energy and some interesting perspectives to the conversation. So
We need that.
yeah.
Everybody absolutely needs that. Okay, Dionne, and what's the second thing you have going on?
So the second thing I'm also really excited about, this just kind of came to me. I've been really focused on entrepreneurship, getting out of this grind and working for the man. And
Mm-hmm.
so, which is interesting because I'd always been very comfortable in, I'm getting my paycheck every 2 weeks, got my benefits, you know what I mean? That stability. But I had this idea that actually stuck, and I am helping brown and Black kids
Yeah,
build their YouTube channels.
really?
Yes. So this was inspired. I was in Kansas City also once I got out of my COVID bubble, and spending a lot of time with my best friend and my 9-year-old godson. And he, you know, I ask him all the time, always challenging, what do you want to be? What do you want to be? And like, it's a real thing. Like kids in this day and age want to be YouTubers. Like that's a career goal. And so as I spent a lot of time with him, I'm, you know, watching what he watches. He loves video games. And as I talk to more and more parents, there's definitely a trend where kids spend hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hours watching this content, and there's not a lot of brown faces in this space. You know, it's a revenue opportunity, a way to bring in an additional stream of income, which we know it takes, what, 7 to be a millionaire? So,
Yeah,
you know, these folks are out here getting the bag and they're doing absolutely nothing.
absolutely.
So bringing in my marketing and branding expertise, you know, fulfilling my purpose of figuring out what we can do to uplift and empower the community to, you know, generate those additional streams of income, and to help my baby, my godson,
That's sweet.
decided to, like, you know, put a business together, started my LLC. I'm still working on, you know, officially launching it, but already have a couple of clients, which also kind of
Oh,
affirmed just how much of a need there is. And, you know, parents were so excited because if anything, it's
that
kind of
is.
twofold. Like it can be get the bag and we can really turn this into a business and have branding and
Right.
sponsorship opportunities, but also just a creative outlet. Like it drove me crazy to see my godson on the video games for hours. So it's like, what else can we do to tie in your interest and give you a little project? So it would be something, you know, good for them to do. So I'm really excited about this, you know, for the reasons that I mentioned, but also, you know, just to help give us that opportunity and help us see more brown folks in that space. Like we need a chunk of that. We need that. Give us that.
Thank you for that, because
Yeah.
about 5-6 years ago, my students would say they want to be YouTubers, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I am not gonna lie, I was a teacher. You can't do that your whole life. Well, look,
Yeah. Look
now
now,
you
right?
can do that and make
It's a
a
real
whole lot of money.
thing.
So thank you for helping those kids out, because it's very necessary, and that gives them the opportunity to pursue their dreams because they have that
Absolutely.
behind them. So big shots,
Yeah.
kudos to you, Dionne.
Thank you.
Well, good luck with that. And my last question, what are you drinking on?
What kind of question is that? So I am drinking on my Dee Dee's Daiquiris strawberry
Yes,
margarita mix.
come through,
Yes,
right?
it is delicious. It's so mm, mm,
What did you mix
fruity.
it with?
So I mix mine with Tito's because I ain't had no tequila, and
It's
that's what I
okay.
do is Tito. But the good news is it goes with anything. Like it tastes really, really good. Yeah. So
Listen,
congratulations
these
to you
people,
talking about business and entrepreneurship and additional streams of revenue. You did a
well, I'm not
wonderful
helping
job.
kids. You're doing real. No, I'm just kidding.
I
Doing something different.
got
But
the
no,
other one here too.
I currently have the margarita, and I'm learning that a lot of people like to mix it with Hennessy. So that is always an option. If you like brown alcohol
Oh.
when you drink your margarita.
Hmm. I
Okay.
think the good news is like it goes with anything. Like that's how good it is. So whatever your what spirit of choice is, yeah, Dee Dee's Daiquiris is on point.
Funny story. I have a friend who made a non-alcoholic tea with the strawberry. She made a strawberry tea. And then I had another friend who's pregnant, so obviously she can't drink, so she put it on her ice cream Cheerio special, the strawberry. So we say you
On
can
her
really
on
make
her
anything.
what special?
I call it the ice cream Cheerios. She put a vanilla ice cream and Cheerios in a bowl, and then she put the strawberry on top.
That is a pregnant snack for sure. What?
Listen, I have no
What?
I was like, no, this is support. Like, so
Ice
I'm
cream
excited to see how
Cheerios
they put
and some
together.
margarita mix. Okay, girl.
I wouldn't try it, but it's right. Dionne, where can we find you on social media?
Sure. So my personal IG is at Dionne Marnee, Marnee. And tune into the Crucial Conversations podcast. That's crucial, spelled CREW _ conversations on IG. And again, we're on iTunes and Spotify and everywhere else.
Like that. Thursday nights, right?
Thursdays, yep.
Thank you so much for sitting with us this evening and
Thank you
allowing me
for
to speak
having
with
me.
you. Good luck on your amazing ventures. I can't wait to see all these YouTubers that you
Yay!
read and put through out here for us to see and enjoy. So I wish you the best of luck. And again, thanks for sitting with us.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. And thank you for giving us Dee Dee's daiquiris. Wishing you all the success there.
Oh, up! No, I'm just